Hey everyone, welcome to the 12th episode of Anoni. I'm your host Kazuki, and with me is my co host Ai. And today we will be talking about Critical Role Campaign 3.
Yes.
Okay, how? I'll let you open up.
I'm not sure. Critical Role is this podcast of voice actors, nerdy voice actors, as they like to call themselves. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about campaign 3, episode 1. Since everyone is talking about it, and yeah, I'll provide some insights. Kazuki will be the fresh eyes in this
Yeah.
campaign or in this show. So
Yeah, I haven't seen an episode yet. I think I have like a couple season 1 like last year, but I didn't have a lot of time and um time slipped past and there's just too much that I can't really catch up. So I'll be the I'll have fresh perspective, so I don't know a lot about Critical Role. So how has been following the campaigns, the previous campaigns, so you will have more insight on those, and I'm more of like the newbie basically. So
yes.
yeah.
So start off. What's your first impression about this new campaign? Like the overall impression.
It's well structured, like the whole episode from intro to end, but of course I think that comes with the production. So it was well produced. I like the setup, um like their backdrop and the way it was organized on screen. Everything was smooth, and story wise it didn't have a lot of didn't really have a slow moment. Overall, it was a good experience.
Does it feel
Watch.
like a high budget production?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's this is a huge step for Critical Role because they start off like just a bunch of friends on their living room playing D&D together, and then they went in the studio. So campaign 1 is just bugged with technical issues and a lot of problems. But season 3 they like step up a lot. So they made this whole studio and backdrop like really professional. Yeah, so it's even brand new for the fans.
Nice. Yeah, the studio looks great. I love it. I love the feel, the theme, the
It's so
atmosphere was really
cozy.
good. So yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm kind of jealous because I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool place to
It
play
is,
D&D
right?
in. Yeah.
If we could only have a whole
So what
warehouse just for our hubs.
Okay, so what about you? Since you've seen basically the first and second campaign, and you've seen where it's shot, what the setup was, what they started with, what they worked with, like what are your impressions for for campaign 3?
For season or campaign 3, as a long fan of the show, I can say that this is the most well produced episode as of yet for a campaign. But yeah,
So did you come into it with expectations, or did it meet your expectations?
well,
What did you have in mind?
before this, they already sent out like a preview on what to expect, like snippets of the studio on what to expect. But I did not expect that it was this grandiose studio, like with a very high production of atmosphere.
Yeah, the props, the music.
Yeah,
Um, like just everything. The setup is just amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, and they actually added more space because before they have like a triangular table, or no, hexagonal table, so they could only fit like a few people. Now on this new table, they could easily fit 8 people to it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah. Going to the show. Yeah. For a long time, fun. There are like a few old segments on the show that we tend to expect. One of them is the ad read. The ad read may be just ads for most people, but in Critical Role, ad read is one of those highly anticipated part of the show because Sam Riegel just way overboard with everything he does with the ad read. So yeah, as a new um viewer of the show, what's your impression about that?
I think it was pretty funny. I saw that Sam started off with a little formal spiel, and then when he broke off into the musical, that was really
Yeah, it
funny.
is right. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but so far that's the most high budgeted commercial he did it. I think because usually they just do a lot of improv, but it's still funny. So yeah, if you check out YouTube, there's like a bunch of compilation of just Sam Riegel doing improv on ad reads. It's a whole thing.
Okay, okay. I'll check that out
Yeah.
later.
So yeah. And then on the start of the show, the introduction. How or what's your impression about Matthew's narration?
Oh, that one is pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure if he's reading on his out of a script or something, but I liked the descriptions. They're very vivid, elaborate, and it's easy to imagine the world he's trying to paint and the settings. And he does have his own flourish and adds his like sound effects, I would say.
Yeah,
So
that's a
yeah, I
trademark,
really do
man.
like I like the descriptions. Yeah.
And yeah,
I like the way he described
he
it. Yeah.
tends to be very elaborate on descriptions and the way he paints the world. Although it's sometimes it's a drag, but nonetheless, it's a great way to paint the world.
Yeah, and for someone like me who hasn't really seen any of the past campaigns, it kind of helps me visualize things. So it's fresh for me.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
even for the new or for the old fans, the location for the new campaign is actually fresh for us. We it was not tackled before from previous 2 campaigns. If it did, it might just mention, but not really like elaborated. So yeah, yeah.
Nice. So it's the same world,
It's the same
right? It's
world.
the
It's
same
just the
world, same
location
world. Yeah.
or a town which has not been explored before from a previous campaign.
Okay. And can you like give like a background, or is this a continuing campaign, or is it a fresh start? What is the difference between the previous 2 campaigns and campaign 3 of Critical Role?
So this is like a few decades after the first campaign. Around I'm not sure, but around probably more than 30 years from the first campaign. And I'm not sure how
Nice.
far in the future from the second campaign. Um, I'm not sure yet. Just it's too early, and there's no like point of reference, time scale wise, from how much of the changes the world had become. So hopefully we will have to see that in the upcoming episodes. Yeah.
Nice. I think that's pretty cool since it's also giving old fans like a fresh outlook, a fresh start.
It
So
is,
yeah,
yeah. And yeah,
really looking forward to that.
and I think they added some new race that which is not prominent before from the other 2 campaigns.
Which race is that?
I believe I forgot the race of the lion people, but yeah,
Uh,
Loxodon.
I didn't even notice.
Or forgot.
Oh, the Loxodons? Like, it's the Pachydon.
Forgot. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think the Pachydon is like the elephant.
Yeah, just correct me in the comments if what's the correct race. That's what I forgot. Yeah.
That's all I remember because of something later. That's why I remember the Pachydon, but I'm not sure if it's the Pachydon you're referring to. Yeah. Okay, so what else in the introduction? You want to go to characters? Do you have any
Character.
input?
First impression.
What do you think of the characters?
What do you think of them? You first.
I think it's pretty cool how they were introduced individually and well, not as a full group. I like how they've been introduced like slowly into the game as the game progresses. I do like the two females, I believe that's a Fern and Laud?
Lana.
Laudna? Yeah,
Laudna,
Laudna. Yeah. Yeah, I love the character art as well when they were doing their introduction and describing their characters. Yeah. Pretty cool. And then for the other characters, I do like Sam's character.
Yeah, that's a fan favorite.
Fresh cut grass.
Yeah.
Fresh cut grass and Ashton.
Ashton, yeah.
I like the description of the jacket. Just don't on the back. The Ashton's
I don't know.
jacket, and then the huge hole on his head. Like I like the artwork.
Yeah, the brain is showing.
Yeah,
part of the brain is showing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then the three other characters. Yeah, there's wait, not Fern. Fern was not with Laudna.
No,
it was Imogen.
Imogen
was with Laudna. Yeah, the purple hair. Yeah. Fern was with Orem and Dorian.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the Genasi. Yeah, I liked Fern as well, and her sticky fingers, and Dorian's the way he was played as well, and Orem is just like the voice of reason of the three. I feel like he's low key leading, but you know he's the calm one, and Dorian's like a little cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the characters. They're well fleshed out so far for their level. I did notice like, oh my god, Ash. I mean, no, not it was Dorian, I believe, that had like really high stats, or maybe it just jumped out at me when I saw it, but I wasn't paying attention to the stats. I was mesmerized by the character art. Rather, yeah, that was pretty good though. Interesting personalities, interesting rapport.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good mix. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dorian has 17 strength, Dex 16, Con 17, and 12, Wisdom 9, Charisma 16. And for Ashton, I believe. Oh, Ashton has 17 strength, 15 Dex, Con 17, and 12, Wisdom 13, Charisma 6. So yeah, almost the same stats actually.
Yeah.
So
overall, the group
Oh, yeah.
composition was pretty good. Yeah.
well, yeah. What's interesting to me is that they started in level 3 and not level 1, and yeah, because there are more things they could do at level 3 than starting off with level 1.
Did they used to start at level 1 in previous campaigns?
On campaign 2, yes. I'm not particularly sure
Mm.
about campaign one because when they introduce, they are on the middle of the campaign and they are around level 6. So yeah, campaign one started like 6 years. They already been playing for 6 years before they started streaming. So there has been like a lot of story and a lot of leveling up to do before they started streaming.
Oh, nice. Oh, and before we forget, there is also Sir Bertrand
Oh, Serpent
Bell.
and Bell, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That was a pretty cool
He
introduction
is he
as
is
well.
also a fan favorite, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, anything else you can add to comments on the character impressions?
Yeah, character impressions. Basically they changed a lot from the way they played before because for the two girls start off like for the player of Imogen, Laura, he or she started off playing, I believe, a ranger, so less magic. And then the second campaign, she played a cleric or a trickster cleric, which she likes to do combat a lot rather than support. So, yeah. And then for some reason, for the third campaign, she went with a sorcerer, which is fully on magic based. So yeah. Um. Yeah. For Ladna, yeah, Ladna's player has been great. Um. Although campaign one was not the highlight, I'd say it's a very controversial play on her part for the campaign one. In campaign two,
What character? What character was she
uh,
playing in
she
campaign
she
one?
was playing as druid for campaign one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but very like RP based druid. So there are spells that she refused to cast, and there are spells that she cast for unknown reason, just because it's more it's rather than what the character would do rather than what's useful. So it's a very controversial take on her part. Yeah.
And now I think she's playing. I'm not sure if she's playing Warlock or Sorcerer.
Both. Just playing a multi-class warlock sort, which I which
Oh,
I'm currently
nice.
playing because with just you know
Ah, yeah. The spell
yeah the
slots.
spell
Yeah.
slots and you could
Just
it's a very utility class. So yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I like.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
You go
No,
ahead.
sure, go ahead.
Yeah, you get it. I liked Laudna's character, her RP of the
Oh,
character.
well, the
Yeah.
character
Yeah.
that does not see
Yeah.
what she is outside rather than what she see inside. Yeah, it's actually really great. I mean, I'm not sure if she is undead, but she could be a down here. Probably. She could be undead.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You think so?
She could be. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just speculation.
Yeah, I didn't really catch what race she was. She did describe that she was pale skinned and gaunt. Oh, could be anything, and depending on thematic wise on what her sorcerer or warlock is, could be anything at this point. But yeah,
Yeah.
could be a very pale human or a dampier or a yeah, we don't know yet. So far, of the characters, do you have a favorite at the moment?
Summergill's character, FCG.
Oh, Fresh Guy.
Fresh Got Cash, yeah.
Uh,
I
I
don't,
wonder who gave the name.
I don't know. I've always been attracted to Summergill's characters. It's just weird.
Mm,
Yeah. And Ashton, yeah, yeah, because Taliesin, the player of Ashton, has always been creating like this weird, quirky characters, and seeing Ashton, it's just another one of those. Yeah. Although a barbarian, I'm not sure what kind of barbarian he is, but
yeah, interesting build.
yeah.
Yeah.
And who else? Oh yeah, Dorian, Fern, and
Orm.
Orm. Orm? Orm?
Orm. Orm. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Orm.
I forgot how it's spelled actually.
I think it's ORYM because I remember it because it's the shortest
okay.
second to FCG.
I see, okay. Yeah. Actually, they are pre-existing characters from one of the campaigns they had.
Ah,
Yeah, so yeah, three of them are already pre-existing characters. But I'm not very familiar with that campaign. I skipped that campaign because it was not up to my taste because it's just I don't know what's the word I would use here. I'm very different. It's a bunch of shenanigans, I would say.
is that for campaign 2 or campaign
It's a
1?
different campaign. I believe it's between campaign 2 and campaign 3. There's a separate DM that they had.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then the last one, Sir Bertrand Bell. Sir Bertrand Bell is actually an old character. He is a part of campaign 1 lore. He used to be a level 18 character. I'm not sure why they level him down, but that could be explained going forward.
You think the change in level is something that is involved with the main plot of the story, or do you think
probably or there are theories that he could be just the person who just brings the group together and he will be replaced going forward. But that kind of sucks. People kind of like Sorbert Bell. So
yeah, he's a pretty cool
yeah,
character.
and
like
and Travis play him well. Like
yeah, he did. Was he what level was he again in the previous campaign?
level 18.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, and he's now level 5, I believe. He's the highest level on the group at the moment.
I wonder if he was I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I guess could be plot involved, or maybe he was. Did he age or something, or he lost some?
Probably so, I don't know, around 60, I believe. I'm not sure how old he was on campaign 1, but since 20 years has passed, so he should be around 60 or 80.
Wow. And he still handles himself pretty well, so that's
He does.
plus,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm not entirely sure about the age because I'm not exactly sure about the timeline or how far are we in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the characters so far, are there any NPCs that have been that you've like seen in previous campaigns that are on this campaign, or are they all new?
Uh, there have been mentioned. I'm sure they're still existing somewhere else. But yeah, there should be because that has been a template of campaign two that if they get into a place where they have previous acquaintances, it tends to be the same people. Like if the merchant from campaign one is was is like if you visit a certain place like Taldori, for example, one of the cities on campaign one, there's this like famous NPC that they had. And yeah, if you visit there, they're still there. The store is still there, still run with the same NPC. Yeah, it's a good callback. Yeah, and I believe Marquette is still run by Jaman Saud, or if I pronounce it right, yeah. But he is a bronze dragon. Spoilers. Yeah, but yeah, he should be alive still.
Okay. I well, so far I'm not as familiar with the past
Yeah,
campaigns, but I'm pretty sure that as the story progresses, they will be introduced and weaved into
this
the plot.
exactly.
Yeah. So those are our thoughts regarding the characters. Uh, what about first encounter
First
with
encounter,
Omura?
yeah,
What did you think
it
about
was interesting. It's a good way, like to pull everybody together. Like, yeah,
yeah, as opposed to they all meet at a tavern? Well, they still did
they
kind of
still did, yeah.
outside.
That's the part which I like. It's like I feel dragging because it's a very home game style, and it takes a while before they get move on to next step. But yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Fighting animate objects. The combat was great. Like it was, it was good enough that they could stretch out their legs on how to like fight with a group, and then see what each other could do, and then but not dangerous enough that it would kill them, but just enough to make them feel that this is danger. You know what I mean?
yeah, so it's like a good
Yeah.
refresher, basically. Yeah, yeah. I do like how they've been pulled into the same spot. Um, how they were introduced slowly into the picture. Yeah, it kind of takes a while, but it kind of gives us a glimpse of the characters and what they're like. So we have Imogen and Laudna, who are both trying to get into um the library, is it?
Yeah, I believe.
The conservatory? Something, yeah. And we get to know of their basically their obstacle and their goals. And we also have on the one end we have Ashton and FCG who are trying to make money,
Yeah.
and then we also have the three Fern, Dorian, and Orem, who are looking for somebody. We don't know who yet, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And yeah, the combat is nice. How they were brought together and how it provides them like a glimpse of what each can do. So yeah,
Yeah,
it provided us with like what each character could do combat
it
wise.
is.
So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool to see. Yeah. What part of the comeback did you like the most?
I don't know, Sam.
Sam's. Okay.
Yeah, he's like this social worker for everybody. I don't know. And Ashton, like Ashton hit hard.
Yeah, Ashton. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I like the. I'm not sure what his ability is, his class feature is. It had something to do with gravity or something.
Oh, didn't see.
Dealt force damage.
It's a homebrew magic. Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's time magic. Yeah.
Pretty cool. And then Orum's style of fighting as well. I haven't seen the previous campaigns or the side campaigns, so it was nice how it's described, because you don't always have that
flair.
Well, not in my experience. Yeah, not in my experience anyway. It's always like, just go stab or slash something. So I like how he described his attacks.
Yeah, it does, because as a fighter, there's only a few things you can do. And then if you just say you're gonna attack this, like that's it. Like at least you could do the add flair to it. So it's a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah. And before we continue with that, I just remembered how I loved how Fern basically stole that earring.
Oh yeah, which
that was a long earring.
Which Aston also stole from Fern.
Yeah. I like that exchange. I liked how she stole it from the cleric, of all people, and how she justified it. It was very, she's wrong, but she's also right, and you can't argue with that. But she got that from the Takidan cleric, and then Ashton got it from her after this fight. I think was it, or before they went in?
I think before they leave.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though. Because it was a long earring, it's kind of hard to miss.
It stands out too much. Yeah. It does not belong.
Yeah. Overall, a good, a first comeback encounter. Pretty good. It's interesting to see how they've introduced Sir Bertrand Bell.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder if he's involved at all in that attack or not. But yeah, we'll see. And who do you think? Do you think there's anybody involved in the past campaigns with that specific attack?
There are some ideas, but it's a spoiler heavy speculations.
Oh.
Yeah. So might as well wait for the revelations. Because three of the currently characters is heavily connected to the old heroes of the campaign 1. Like Cerberus and Bell fought with them on Oblivion, I believe, or I forgot, but somewhere on the Astral Sea. And then Orem is a part of a tribe of one of the heroes, which is currently could be one of the powerful druids in existence. And Laudna could be related to one of the most powerful family in the Taldor continent. So yeah, could be. These are just speculations. Take it as a grain of salt.
Well, we'll get on that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out. What What do you think about the stories? So plot hooks.
So far, it's okay. But the first, the first, the first person to give you a job is a very shady person. He could be a vampire. I don't know. He could be a vampire. I don't know.
Do you think that's it's kind of how do you think that this benefactor is related to Sir Bell? Were they like in past campaigns? Were they together in past campaigns?
No. Sir Bertrand Bell is a hero. He is part of a knightly order. So he should be a very stand-up person. Unless he get like cursed or get into a very bad deal. That's the only reason that he could be working with this kind of person. Because he should be a straight arrow kind of person. So whatever happened, it could be related to why he is level 5 and why he's working with a very shitty people. Yeah.
I feel like there's some history there as to why him and Esteros
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
are like are related or currently working together. But who do you think set off the animated objects and why?
Probably,
Just speculation.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Sir Bertrand Bell is smart enough to conceive the plan. I just doubt that. Or it could be just a random event that some like merchants is traveling with a bunch of magical objects that went into like animate.
Nice. Do you think? Well, I mean, I know you think he's not smart enough for that, but would it be possible that he's working with somebody who, did it on purpose of that?
He could be. Given that he's not working alone, that he has this benefactor. He could not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he is just innocent as could be, but the person behind him is just working their ways. Like, yeah.
I'm curious to know if you know who Orem, Fern, and Dorian are looking for in Jurar.
I'm not sure. I don't want to know at the moment because that means me watching a campaign which I don't like.
Okay, we'll keep it a mystery then. But it seems like Orem is the one most invested.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but that's just what I gathered from watching.
It could be
episode 1.
It could be a part of some organization they are fighting against, or just trying to find like an information broker.
And then we also have Laudna and Imogen, who are also searching for an answer as to what I also don't know, but it piques my curiosity. So, you think they'd be able to have access to the library via Sir Bell's cloud, as he called it, or was he just pulling a bluff?
I think it's just a bluff. I don't think that's true. As powerful as Sir Bertrand Bell, I don't think his reputation reached this part of the world.
It's good. It's good how he portrays that he has it, though. I mean, he's pretty
I mean,
convincing.
he is part of a very large organization before, but he is also a very boastful person. Like, he tends to exaggerate things.
Mm. He's a
He is.
quirky
And he
character.
is
Yeah.
old. Like, I like the way
Yeah.
Travis played
That's
him. Like, he just went sleeping in the middle of a
yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
I am most intrigued, though, about Sam and his previous owner. The
Mm-hmm.
way they're being named, like their favorite smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of backstory to unpack. Um, I also like the when Sam brought the oil, the
Oh
gas.
yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, that
That's
was
also a
a
thing, by the
funny
way.
prop.
Yeah.
It just starts drinking
Each
and
com- each
nonchalantly.
campaign it gets bigger. It did not start off that
Really?
way. Yeah. Yep.
That is funny. Yeah, there's a overall I like the characters, the story and how they're um RPing, moving the story along. It's see the different personalities of the characters. Uh, uh we'll definitely look forward to episode 2.
Yeah. So yeah, do you have any expectation for episode 2? Anything that you'd like to see?
Um well, uh I'd like to see how the this next encounter is going to turn out.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it seems
that's
like
true.
they're gearing up for that fight. So I want to see what happens after. Because they were supposed to work for this guy,
Yeah. Mhm.
weren't
It's
they?
supposed to be, yeah.
And it's usually not how you greet your a future employer with swords drawn and hands ready, cast spells and whatnot. But I mean,
To be fair, they're very
it's got to
shady.
start somewhere. Well, yeah, and they also like initiated it, so
Yeah.
in self defense, yeah. But I'd be interested to know who this benefactor is and what his relation is to Sir Bell and what his plans are for the party. Because I'm pretty sure it's not just taking care of unruly furniture,
Yeah. That's true.
as Fern would put it. Yeah. So what do you expect on episode?
I don't know. I want to turn out that they're wrong. That this person is actually a good person. That they are just rushing into things. And I want this entire conflict to be resolved by laughter. For some reason.
Uh, that would be interesting. That would be a not the common route
Yeah.
encounters usually go, but that would be interesting to see how if it would turn out that way. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Non-violence.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because again and again, that Matt proves that not every NPC is out to get them. Like, they've been burned more than twice in each campaign. So if if they keep going, like treating everybody that everyone is against us, they'll be burned again and again. So yeah, if this is the first episode and they keep treating everyone as an enemy, they could be like killing the first like non-antagonistic person on the second episode.
Uh, and that is true. We'll see. And so far, it doesn't seem like they're the type who would just choose violence for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that first combat though, I was kind of worried when the table smashed into Ashton
Oh, yeah.
and dealt that much damage. But yeah, but he is a barb. He seems pretty sturdy. He took a lot.
He did took a damage on that though. That was
Yeah.
quite a hit.
Yeah. But pretty good tactics there.
Yeah.
Did pretty well. It was entertaining. Mm. So I don't think I have much not that I don't have any expectations, but I'm not really I want to go into it with
Much of
with an
expectation.
open
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to see what or how Matt intends to be, rather than
Mhm.
speculating. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, really good backstories. There's a lot of potential stories in those, and the little bits of what we've had in episode 1. So there's, and it's just not just one main quest. It's different
Yeah.
different characters have their own agendas. So yeah, that was pretty good. I like the minis too. I like
Yeah. I think the minis goes
Really
a
cool.
lot.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's a personalized minis, I believe. Mm. They can mention it just for each of the characters. Well, the terrain is also cost a lot of money, so everything costs a lot of money. They're a show, so everything costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like it seems like it's paying off well. I mean, I've seen the merch, pretty cool. I think they have it's going really well, and they're putting a lot of effort, and it's paying off. So
Yeah.
What else? Any any downsides? Any comments? Stuff that you didn't like? Wish you'd have been done differently for this episode?
Yeah. I wish they did not wait for that long to introduce Sir Bernard Bell. Because as a person who's also in chat and who's very salty about it, like 90% of chat is saying, "Where's Travis?" Like, a lot of people was very salty about it because they did not expect Travis to setting out this game.
Took a while. Yeah, it did take a while for him to
Yeah.
join the rest of the gang. But
So a lot of people was very salty about it, including me, because we love Travis and we like how he plays, and it's not the same without him. You know.
that is true. I mean, I guess for me, since I'm new, I didn't really
Yeah.
feel the anything was amiss yet. I just thought it progressed as it should. It was a good introduction for the character though. But I'm not sure if Sir Bell would be the mainstay. Probably not, but that's just me speculating.
Yeah. Same here, but I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like him to stay because I don't know. I don't want to be introduced to the character that turns out to be a plot device. Because
Maybe he's going to be like a recurring character.
Oh, okay.
Well,
But
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, So far, overall impression, did it was it a good comeback for the group? Um,
It is.
did they meet like fan expectations?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
looking forward to future episodes. They have a pretty good segment though, because I like how they introduced and then the break and the ads were not like boring.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good production. What else?
What else?
You think this is something we could touch on
Every week?
like every well, we could do every week if we can
Yeah,
try. If our schedules would
that's
allow
true.
it. I'd definitely be following the campaign, and I'm not sure if I could do the live ones, but if not, I'll always try to catch them.
Yeah, catch the VOD,
The
Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, and do that, and yeah, do reviews when we can.
yeah. Sounds great. Yeah. Depends on how this will work. So hopefully a lot of people will listen to this and give us their feedbacks so that, yeah, if people like this, we could just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I would recommend it. Um as a newbie, I haven't really been playing a lot or listening to a lot of podcasts for D&D, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like yeah. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add? Uh
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much
any
it. I don't want to speculate a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good getting your feet wet into the group, into the fandom,
Yep.
so to speak. Well, we'll see. We'll jump in next time. Yeah. Okay, and so I think that pretty much wraps up this episode, 12th episode of Anani, and we want to thank you all for listening for this long to us discussing Critical Role Campaign 3 Episode 1. So hopefully we'll see you again next time on our next review that happens
Yep.
when it happens. Yeah. Thanks, and that's it.